Unity, love, abundance, prosperity, and all things divine. I hope all is well. Happy Mars cycle. I hope everyone again is still. I can't say this enough. Taking the time to truly invest in themselves and seeing the aspects of themselves from the lens of you wanting to heal, grow, and elevate, and also evolve past many things that you've experienced from the past all the way up until this point in your life. Now, I am going to get a little personal today, and I'm going to start talking. I'm going to talk about, and this is a message for the divine masculine. Now, this type of energy is energy that always do. And this is an energy that resides in both women and men. This is energy that is action oriented. And with this Mars cycle being the planet of action, movement, going out and doing things, also a planet that is fire. Fire is masculine. Now, this message is going to be for men as well. There's a lot of men out here, especially in this day and age, that suffer in silence. There's a lot of men that go through things and don't have a space to be able to express these things without any judgment. Now, when you are so used to being able to hold on to all of these things and you don't express it, it becomes repressed. And when it becomes repressed, it sinks deeper into your subconscious. So much so that these things start to show up in different ways in your life, in different relationships that you have with family, whether you have like also business partners, your romantic relationships. There's any type of relationship that you have with anyone. Now, this is showing you outwardly what is going on internally, just like I always mention in a lot of my messages. And a lot of men, they hold on to this because, for one, they feel like they can't express themselves because of this saying that at one point I heard a lot of men say was, oh, when you express yourself or you express your emotions, that's a sign of weakness. No, it is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. Also, there's a sign that you are aware of what's going on and that you want to do things and take action and put a plan together so that way you can move through this energy, so that way this energy can move into the direction it needs to go to, and you can do what's necessary to be able to grow and heal from it. Now, for me, on a personal level, a lot of different things that came up for me during this Saturn return. And my Saturn return, this is like year 2 going into year 3. And a lot of things that's been coming up is a lot of things dealing with my childhood that I have faced. Now, one of the things in which, and I talked about it a little bit, is, what the relationship that I had with my brothers in this different situation. Okay, that's one part of it. But then there was also my ability of not trusting myself in a lot of different situations as well as I grew up from like kid, teenager, also an adult as well. And it was also my insecurities as well because it was a lot of things that I went through as a young kid where I got picked on, I got joked on because I was a heavier kid. So kids, they don't have no filter. So during that time, I used to get joked on and teased on because of not only my weight but also because of my complexion, because I was a whole lot darker. And I know a lot of people can attest to this. Now, those things, when they go unresolved, these things continue to sit within your subconscious. And at some point in your life, it's going to keep coming up. And it will come up a lot more frequently too, especially if it's a time for you to take action so you can evolve past these different things. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy task to do. However, it's something that you got to be willing to want to do with yourself to help you grow, evolve, and elevate past who you used to be. And this is the reality of it. And which once was a part of your reality now becomes a part of who you used to be. Now, these are different phases of your life where you experience a lot of these different things. And I'm just speaking on based on the things that I've experienced. I know that there are other men out there that also have experienced the same thing as well, or something similar to it. And they feel like they don't really have any route they can go to talk about it. So then you got some men that get therapists, which is a good thing, but that don't always work for some people. Sometimes some men just want to sit down amongst other men and talk about these things. So that way, when you're around men that have grown past these things, they can show you a thing or two. They can show you something. They can show you how to move. They can show you how you can express yourself. This is then they are embody the brother trait. Some men, especially if they're elders, they will embody the father-like trait, and they teach you these different things. Now, my dad has taught me a lot of things, and I'm thankful and grateful for my dad. Of course, there was some things in which him himself didn't experience, so it's only but so much that he really can teach me. Some of these things I have to learn on my own, or come into contact with other men, just like myself, that can, talk about these things and create a dialogue. And this is something that I want to do moving forward. So in my videos moving forward, I want people to be able to comment and ask questions about these different things, especially in regards to my journey and their journey as well. Because there's a lot of things, information that I obtain over time that I know can help other men that are going through the same things that I've experienced as well. Now, I'm in the phase of my life where a lot of these things is coming to a close and it's coming to an end because I'm evolving to a newer version of myself. And these are the things that I have to face and come to conclusion with, knowing that, okay, these things happen. I acknowledge it. The awareness is the first thing. Number two is you sitting down and peeling back the layers. That's why I've mentioned a few times in my videos, make sure you get a journal, because you can sit down and write these things down and you can pick it apart. And with Scorpio season that just passed, just went through, it showed you, and because I was talking about in videos, the things that are beneath the surface. And these were the things that are beneath the surface for me. So when they came up, I sat down and I evaluated these things. Not all the time did I write in a journal, but I do write in a journal to talk about these different things. And I also peel it back. Sometimes I sit in thought. Sometimes I sit in meditation. And I let these things come up, but then I also allow myself to feel the intensity of these emotions, because it's getting you to see the aspects of yourself that went unintended, that you need to put attention to, so that way you can grow past these different situations. Now, this is a new phase in life that you're stepping into, and this can be very much uncharted territories. So starting off, it may not be an easy thing, especially depending on how long this has been going on, how long you've been experiencing it, and the depths of it, because everybody's situation is different. And this is why it's important to create dialogue around these things and talk about these things amongst other people just like yourself, so that way you can gain different knowledge and wisdom from others that have experienced the same thing, but see how they got through it as well. You're not copying nothing that they're doing, but you're taking the same process that they went through, but you're making it unique to you, because this journey is all unique to you. Just like I mentioned, anybody that's outside of yourself that you meet, it's a representation of something that you have already within yourself. And it's showing you to help you gain awareness of the aspect of you. That way you can come back to your home, your vessel, your temple, your body, to be able to resolve these things within yourself. So that way you can have better outcomes moving forward. Going into this year 25, a lot of things are coming to an end for a lot of people. Again, like I mentioned in the video yesterday, there are a lot of people that's already been doing this work and been doing this work for quite some time. And these are the people that's going to be coming to the forefront, myself included, that's going to sit down with these different groups of people to talk about this, because this is a dialogue that needs to happen amongst our people, also within our community, because this has helped us to grow and evolve past who we used to be, so we can become who we are meant to be in this lifetime, so that way we can carry out our mission and we can keep moving forward. It's not an easy task. It's not something that happens overnight, but it's something that you can take gradual steps towards, so you can grow and evolve past these different things. Again, if any fellas out here have questions about this, There's a lot of knowledge and wisdom that I have that I can provide to you. I'm not going to charge you. This is free of charge. This is free information. And I can point you in the right direction because I know it's time for a lot of us brothers to be able to heal, because there's an aspect of us that's coming, that's want to come up to the surface, but there's things that's blocking it. And it's the garbage and the baggage that we need to let go of. We got to get rid of this identity of thinking that we had to hold on to all these things when we truly did not. All we had to do was let it go. The more that we do the work, the more we can let go of the baggage that's weighing us down, the more we can feel lighter, the more we can fully express ourselves, the more we can be ourselves to the fullest. That's how you can go through healing and learning about yourself in the process. It is a journey, and honor your journey. And you have to keep going. Just like I mentioned in my previous video, you have to keep going. This is something that you constantly have to dedicate yourself to. You got to want to grow, and you got to want to evolve. And you also got to want to be yourself always throughout the process. I love y'all. I'm thankful and grateful for y'all. Have an amazing, beautiful, abundant, and prosperous rest of y'all motorcycle.